How do you know when your little one is ready to drop down to just one nap? Hi, I'm Nicky. I'm a pediatric sleep consultant and one of the founders here at Little Ones. So let's talk about that transition down to just one nap a day and how do you know when your little one is ready? This transition generally happens around 13 to 18 months old. There are a few months there where your little one will be going through what we would call a transition stage. And some days they're going to still need that first morning sleep and sometimes they're not. Now, some of you might remember my little friend Casper, who is about 15 months old now, is the baby that I'm settling in our TikTok video that's got 3 or 4 million views. If you don't know who I'm talking about, go have a look at that video if you need to learn how to settle your newborn baby. But Casper is now at the age where he has just gone through this nap transition. So up until now, your baby has been on 2 naps a day for quite some time. Ideally, and particularly if they're following our Little Ones programs, they would have been having a pretty short morning sleep followed by a nice long lunchtime nap. So that morning sleep would have slowly been reducing in length as he's getting older until it's just 15 minutes long, just enough to get like a power nap to tide your little one to that long lunchtime sleep. This was the case for Casper. For the previous few months, he'd been having a nice short morning sleep and then settling easily and having a nice 2-hour long lunchtime sleep. However, things change, your little one grows and develops, and all of a sudden, Casper started resisting settling for that lunchtime sleep. And that is exactly what will happen for your little one. You're popping them down to sleep when they've always historically gone to sleep fine, and they're fluffing around, they're sitting up, they're just not settling for quite some time. There were days in there where Casper would have no lunchtime sleep at all. There were days where he would take an hour to fluff around and then he would eventually fall asleep. These are big signs that morning nap has to go. So if your morning nap is longer than half an hour, I would first look at cutting it down in length and seeing if that's positively impacting that lunchtime settling. If it's still impacting the lunch sleep, you can ditch that morning nap altogether at that point. I would definitely bring their lunchtime nap forward by half an hour or so just to mitigate any overtiredness. In theory, they should be good and ready to have 2.5 hour nap at this point. And then obviously just continue to aim for your normal bedtime that evening. This will take a little while, but they should be falling asleep quickly and easily, having a decent nap, and then being settled for the rest of the day, bedtime and overnight. And that is a clear sign that they were ready for this transition and it's working really well for them. And that's exactly what's happened with my little friend Casper.